What is up, guys? Welcome back to Watch Crypto. Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about one of the most popular crypto pre-sales that have been going on for a while. I'm talking about bitcoinhyper. It's one of the most popular pre-sales and it is the fastest Bitcoin layer 2, and it is introducing so much utility and so much possibilities to Bitcoin, creating this layer 2 where you're able to do complex DeFi operations, staking, DEXs, dApps, all that good stuff that we all love by just depositing Bitcoin into a monitored address. It's honestly looking really bright, and this could be one of the biggest crypto pre-sales when it launches, but we still have room to get in before the actual launch happens in pre-sale. So let's get straight into it. Alright guys, so this is bitcoinhyper, and as you can read right here, the fastest Bitcoin layer 2 chain. Scalability and speed for Bitcoin are finally here. Now there's nothing wrong with Bitcoin. Of course, its blockchain isn't meant to process payments, meme coins, dApps, and just complex DeFi operations. It is just meant to be a reserve value and the mother of all crypto. Of course, that's its function. But what if we could have more stuff? What if we could have payments, meme coins, dApps, staking, borrowing, lending, all of this crazy stuff with near instant finality and almost no fees? Well, that is what bitcoinhyper is creating, and it is very simple. The first step is bridging to the layer 2, and that is done simply by sending Bitcoin to a designated Bitcoin address monitored by bitcoinhyper's canonical bridge. Now this is the only transaction that you have to actually do on Bitcoin's blockchain to get to the layer 2. Now when everything's verified, an equivalent amount of Bitcoin is minted on bitcoinhyper's layer 2 in a trustless manner. So it is 100% decentralized and trustless. So that's obviously good to know. And now this is where the magic happens. You will have the same amount you'd send to the address in the layer 2, but the thing is, you now have near instant finality transactions, so really fast, almost no fees. So that's also an advantage if you want to do payments, if you want to do meme coins, if you want to do dApps, as I mentioned, staking, borrowing, lending. Imagine if you could earn some extra yield on your Bitcoin on a layer 2. I mean, that's amazing. That's very convenient. And all of this is done thanks to Solana's virtual machine, SVM, for high throughput and scalability. So this is what allows everything that's going on inside the layer 2 to happen while maintaining low costs and being very fast. So it's a brand new spectrum of possibilities. Inside of Bitcoin, now you're able to send and receive Bitcoin near instantly with almost no fees. This is kind of a way of adding utility to Bitcoin, right? More than obviously just being the reserve value of all crypto and insanely valuable to the world. I mean, it's kind of like the digital gold. That's a pretty fair comparison. Well, this is a way of making this digital gold even more accessible and usable. So I think it's honestly genius. For settlement and security, bitcoinhyper batches and compresses layer 2 transactions. It utilizes zero-knowledge proofs to ensure transaction validity, and the state of the layer 2 is periodically committed to Bitcoin's layer 1, maintaining synchronization and security. So that's how this part works. I think it's obviously essential for any layer 2 to prioritize security. I think these guys have gone the extra mile to make sure that it is 100% secure and safe. Lastly, withdrawal to layer 1. Once you're done with the layer 2, maybe you want to go back to Bitcoin's native blockchain, you simply initiate a withdrawal request on bitcoinhyper's layer 2. The system verifies the layer 2 state and generates a proof for the canonical bridge, and upon validation, the corresponding Bitcoin is released back to the user's Bitcoin address on layer 1. So that's how easy it is to access all the potential that this layer 2 has to offer. Now, this is why I think it is one of the most exciting crypto pre-sales live at this moment. I mean, it's not just a meme coin, it's something that could be massively and widely adopted. This is why I think the scale of this can grow exponentially. You can buy right here on the website by connecting your wallet and entering whatever amount you wish to purchase with Ethereum, Solana, USDC, USDT, even card for you weird people out there without crypto, and BNB. As for the tokenomics for the project, you have a 25% for treasury, 20% for marketing, which is a big chunk of the supply, but I definitely think that you need to allocate funds to marketing. If this project didn't have a solid marketing, it could never grow and attract the potential users that are out there. The development, 30%, it's a layer 2. I mean, it requires a big allocation for that, 10% for listings and 50% for rewards. I think that's pretty good to see. Obviously, you need to have at least 15% of the tokens for the community incentives, staking, token giveaways, promotion events, etc. So everything makes sense in terms of tokenomics. For the latest bitcoinhyper news, this is kind of more technical. I think it's very valuable information. I think keeping transparency in the project is always a way of building trust and for people to be updated and just knowledgeable on what's happening with the project behind the scenes, right? So this is where you can learn everything about the updates. And here we have kind of a simpler introduction to what bitcoinhyper is, kind of an overview. What is a crypto presale, how to buy presale crypto, where to buy presale. Like it's kind of a SEO rich section of the website with an introduction a little bit more on pre-sales and Bitcoin Hyper itself from a beginner's standpoint, which I think is also valuable because you definitely want to allow everyone to join this project, right? Then we get to this biblical FAQ. I think it is obviously very big, but I think the project requires this because it is not just a simple meme coin based on community and hype. There's actually technology and layer 2 going on, so that's obviously going to raise more questions, and I think it's fair to address them in the FAQ right here. So that is pretty much it for Bitcoin Hyper, guys. I think definitely one of the most exciting crypto pre-sales out there. This could definitely open a brand new spectrum of possibilities for Bitcoin, and it could definitely attract a lot of users and just new, as I mentioned, like new possibilities. So that is pretty much it for this video, guys. As always, this is not financial advice. Make sure to always do your own research and never invest more than you can lose. As always, subscribe, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, leave your comments below, and I will see you in the next one.